Yeah, I love my bike, man. I can't live without it. Alright guys, check this one out. Great big hairy chip right here. We're going to make a video about this one, but we have 2 other chips to repair on this car, but this is the one that concerns me the most. And I'm talking to this gentleman about riding motorcycles and such. We're having a good conversation. So yeah, I ride all year round. I just like I said, I don't have any of that heated stuff. I try heated gloves, but they only last for like 45 minutes, you know, and sometimes it'll take me 45 minutes to get from one job to the next, and then I just don't have any warm hands for the rest of the day.
Stuff that'll plug into your battery, you know, jackets and stuff. I rode for 3 months straight, then the rains came in.
Yep, that happens.
That's what I tell people. Anytime I'm in my car and I can ride a motorcycle, unless it's raining like a bad dog out there, like, I'm a better person today, I'm not jealous.
Right? You know what's hilarious though is I can always tell when somebody rides a motorbike, because you'll be riding down the road and there'll be, you know, a car coming towards you or something, and they'll like have their hand out the window of the car and they'll do this, you know, like,
I stopped myself from doing the 2 wheels down type thing.
You know, that motorcycle wave, you know, and
yeah.
People in vehicles will do that to me a lot.
Yeah, I found myself laughing.
So it's like, yep, I know they're a rider. I know they ride. And I think it's good though, you know, because even driving a vehicle, if you're doing that, you know, it's one of 2 things. They're either going to go, who is that, you know, or they'll be like me and they'll be like, yep, another rider. Just because he's driving a vehicle doesn't mean he doesn't ride.
My 2 favorite classes I ever took. One was the engine class, the other was my motorcycle safety class.
Yeah.
We're just going to go over some instructions and we're going to go ride. We're going to go over some instructions and we're going to go ride. He's going to demonstrate, we're going to ride the bike. Yeah, I like this class.
Right.
This beats any class I've ever had.
Right. I never took a motorcycle riding class. I started off on dirt bikes when I was young.
Oh yeah.
You know, and then my first motorcycle was a Honda Goldwing, you know, and it was a 1980 Honda Goldwing. I bought it in '84, and I just you know,
took the test and you're good to go.
yeah, I just you know, got the permit and everything, and then I went and took the test, and I've ridden big bikes ever since, but that's the first adventure bike I've ever owned.
Like it?
It's alright.
Have you done the lane filtering yet? You hadn't last time.
I don't do lane filtering. I refuse to do lane filtering.
I did get I was in between 2 trucks when the light turned green. One of them comes over 12 inches, I'm done. If they both come over 6 inches, I'm done.
I won't do it, man. I just can't bring myself. I'm not in that big a damn hurry. And every bike now, you would be hard pressed to find an air-cooled bike, unless it's like a, you know, like a what is that, a TW200 or something like that. I mean, every bike is. I mean, they ship bikes over here from China that are, you know, you can buy on Amazon. Little 250 cruisers. They look like Harleys, but they're just, you know, Chinese knockoffs.
Yeah.
They're air cooled, but every bike is liquid cooled now. You can sit in traffic and not overheat.
Well, it's not me. It's not the bike. It's me. I'm not worried about moving and getting there. But yeah, you do save some time, but that was one thing that worried me.
Well, the one thing that I'm not concerned about is getting tail-ended and squished between 2 vehicles, because I pay attention to everything around me at all times.
I was with my girlfriend one day. We just got back. We had another friend with us, and we'd eaten at the Korean barbecue, and the guy was not paying attention, plowed into
Yeah.
a big line of cars at the stoplight, knocked us into the next car, and that guy's going, hey, what's wrong? Hey, we just got parked. I'm sorry, I was fighting with someone on the phone. If that would have been on a motorcycle, toast.
Right. But being on a motorcycle, I'm paying attention. when you're sitting in a car, you're not really looking behind you or anything. When I'm on my bike, I'm looking in my mirrors. I'm looking at 5 cars back to see if that 6th car is going to slow down or not, you know?
I'm totally avoid that. I don't need anything. I don't care if it's my right of way. Then that's what it is. My car, a little bit less giving. In my pickup, a little bit less giving. But on the bike, no. I go out of my way. Like you, I got my head on a swivel.
Yeah, you have to have.
What's this guy going to do? Is he going to turn in front of me? Because I've only got 3 car legs in front of me, so he thinks he must need to get in between us.
Right. That's right.
What's he going to do? I got hit one time. We were coming off of 54 and going on to 9,000 south. I was in the outside lane, car to my left. I don't even know where he came from. Next thing I know, it's like a bumper car there. I'm wobbling, get it under control, pull over. The guy takes off, and he won't pull over. He has no license plate.
Huh.
The car looks like it's about $1,000. I bet he doesn't have insurance or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good possibility too, you know, the no insurance thing.
If he'd had license plate, how am I going to report this? If I stop and call, he's gone. I followed him for a long time, yelling and screaming, you know, and pull over.
Yeah.
Keep looking for him to this day.
You'll never find him.
Nope.
They parked that car and left it sitting on the side of the road somewhere. It was probably stolen.
I bet it was something he just purchased. But yeah, it could have been that too. But
doesn't look like I'm going to be able to make this one invisible.
Make it hold it though.
Oh, it'll definitely hold when I'm done. I'm just not going to be able to make it completely invisible.
Both, but preferably it doesn't chip crack anymore. There's a tiny one here as well. I just now saw that. I thought it was a bug. Instructions don't suck.
Is it an actual chip or is it just a scuff?
It's a chip. You can feel it in there. I was afraid to walk the windows or anything.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I mean, you got to be careful with these because they can crack.
I got back on Sunday and I was texting you. Like, you still do this? Or you still?
Right? And you still didn't text me your damn name.
Oh.
If you have your phone on you, you should do that so I can get you in my system.
I'll do that.
Because if I don't have your name, I can't get you in the system. I don't just save random numbers. I save them under names. And that way I can, I know who's texting me the next time. This one's taking a while, but I'm trying to be careful, you know.
And I'm perfectly okay with that. I could go faster with this hammer. No.
There it is. I got it now. I just heard the phone go off.
I just barely can.
This one line just does not want to take resin all the way to the tip. We're still working on it though.
I got a big crack in this. I don't even know if it was a year after I had the car. I had to put a new windshield in. Unfortunately, it was cheaper for me just to pay because I carry pretty high deductible.
Yeah.
And then I got the chip that you fixed. And now this stuff. But that one annoyed me the most. That hit so hard. Obviously, you can tell it just.
Yeah, I mean it's a big chip. Got a lot of long lines in it, and I'm not going to be able to make them 100% invisible, but I'll make them a lot less visible.
And you'll make it a lot tougher than all part of water.
Oh yeah. Once it's full of resin, it won't crack. I just got to get it to where the lines are mostly invisible. And the reason I say I won't be able to make them completely invisible is because if I keep messing with it too long, you know, you're taking more of a chance there.
Passing around, seeing if anybody has tips in the window. Hey, I got this guy coming over.
Right?
No, I I just replaced mine last week, Don. I had the guy come out in the parking lot and do it. I said, oh, okay.
Yeah, and that's great.
Yeah, I want to have a good service. I've had a few. It's like, hey, I don't get anything for this, but this is a really good thing to do. This is a really good thing to use.
I think I got that line 90% full. I mean, it's still going to be slightly visible, but there's not. If I keep messing with it.
Yeah, people ask me, oh, you can get the kit at Walmart. Or, yeah, I get a kit. It's exactly what I get. This guy's going to come and do it professionally, do it the best. As opposed to me trying to do very cheap resins and very cheap tools if they give me anything. I'd rather spend the money on this.
Well, when you think about it, the kit costs $20, and the kit costs $20, and if you crack your windshield, and that's what people don't consider. I mean, because you see, I have to sit there and push on those lines to get them to open. You're not going to do that. You're not going to know to do that. I mean, you do now because you've seen me doing it, but you have to push on those lines to get them to open so that they'll fill. And if you push too hard, crack. And if you don't push hard enough, they won't fill. So it's kind of a catch-22. Those kits are great for little tiny chips, you know, that really don't require much. They're great for that. Right.
Ladder, watch it again and do it again. Saves you a lot of money.
Yeah, it will save you a lot of money if you can do your own.
I've repaired my washer machine, my dishwasher. I had a dishwasher, and the garbage disposal went bad. And I got the exact same model, everything, so just everything put right in there. Didn't have to change anything.
Right.
Then I thought my dishwasher was going bad, the pump or something, it wouldn't drain. And I'm cleaning everything out of that, checking this out, see if you need this or that.
Right.
And then I read the instructions, I looked up on YouTube, and it didn't say anything about knocking this little cap off. What do you want to call it?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I just forgot the word. And I swear to God, you know, it's like, oh, I almost bought a new pump, almost did this and that. So I ended up like just knocking that seal off, that little piece, because it's made for with or without a dishwasher. And I swear to God, everyone I talk to, as I'm telling my story, they say, well, did you knock the plug? Did you knock the plug out?
Right.
So my supervisor told me that. I leave. I'm like, no, I'm getting my hair cut by a girl. And she goes, well, did you knock the plug out? Are you kidding me? Well, every one of these people has replaced their garbage and has the same thing. Right. There was one other person that was like, not in the business, not in the, and they said the same thing. And then after that, it was like everybody was, what? No, what happened? But everybody, the first 5 people, like, are you kidding me? Am I the only one in the world? No, we had to replace one. No, I had to replace it.
Everybody's got to replace their garbage disposal once in a while. They don't last forever. So I was going to end the video, but I want to see how this one turns out before I end the video so that the people on the YouTube can see the result of that one, because that was a pretty good one there. So I figured I'd go ahead and do this one while that one's curing. And you notice I always have to keep them in the shade.
Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were putting pressure on it.
No, I'm keeping it shaded because the sun cures the resin. And if I keep it shaded, I can get a good fill on it. Normally I would have a little umbrella that I put on the windshield to keep it shaded, but the sun is just in the right position that the umbrella would be right in my damn way. So it's just better to do it by hand. And I can move around more this way.
I thought about backing in, but you know what? It's going to be safer chipper up here by the sidewalk and one over the parking lot.
This one's looking real good.
That's good to hear. It wasn't so good to hear that one.
No, I bet not. I mean, they're...
Oh, I don't see it. Oh, now I do.
Right.
I don't see anything but that one immediately. I heard that. It's like...
Yeah, I bet you heard that one for sure.
It shook it. It shook it. I knew I'd been hit.
And I bet you heard that one. I mean, that was a big chip. Lots of lines in it.
Well, you do work Sundays, huh?
Yep. Sunday's one of my busiest days.
I imagine. I was like hoping, oh yeah, he can come out today.
I would have liked to have, but I was slammed.
That's good, I guess.
That's a beautiful thing when you get that busy, you know. It seems like Sunday is becoming my busiest day of the week now. Because it's word's getting around, you know. Word is getting around.
I didn't even look at it. I'm like, I got that, and I know I remember the name.
Yep. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, there you go. From big to almost zero. That one is done. Alright guys, you know what to do. Click the subscribe button, hit the like button, share the video, throw me some love. I'm going to fix that one and another one. And he said he has another one, and we're going to get all these done and get out of here. So, I'll see you in the next video.